Well, welcome back to our phonics portion of the day. So, of course, we're going to start off with our letters and sounds. We're going to work on our make-believe words. We'll work with our sight words. We're also going to work with blending and segmenting phonemes. We'll visit our daily vocabulary boost. We're going to listen for words that begin with the sound, which is a Reggie rooster. Okay, we're going to listen for, we're going to identify and see what words begin with the sound and what words do not begin with the sound. Okay, our story today is a pretty awesome story. It is, we're going to be working on trying to figure out why the author wrote our story. Okay, so today is author's purpose, because sometimes an author will write a story, but the author is kind of like trying to deliver a message of some sort. So we're going to try and figure out why the author wrote this story, like what information was the author giving us. Okay. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and we're going to do our letters and sounds, friends, and we're going to bing, bang, boom, lickety split this because as you know, when we do our Dibbles assessment, we have to have 40 letters, 40 sounds in 1 minute. Okay, so even though you know your letters and your sounds, friends, it is so important to keep practicing them. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and do letter J, U, T, X, Z, Y, I, W, C, S, B, O, F, L, P, Q, R, K, V, D, G, H, N, E, A, M. Very, very good. Okay, so you shouldn't have any problems with that. If you're having problems with identifying, please have your parents reach out to me so that I can give you some additional practice on that. Okay, let's go ahead and do our sounds. D, G, N, E, A, M, J, T, X, Z, B, Y, I, W, K, S, A, O, P, Q, Very, very good. Great job, friends. All right. Let's go ahead and work on our sight words. Give. Remember, this is silent. Give. Make. New. Play. That. Where. Who. What. Here. Okay, so really quickly, guys. The very first 8 that we just did, those are the ones that are going to be on this week's assessment. Okay. Here. They. Okay. They. Soon. Remember, O says ooh. Up. Go. Your. For. Now. Came. How. We. Into. So. Will. Find. From. A. Like. See. Many. You. I. To. Me. My. Are. On. This. Is. With. Come. Be. To. The. And. But. All right. Make sure that you are practicing your sight words every night, friends, and not just the ones we're going to be tested on, but all of them. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do our nonsense words or make-believe words. Remember, they are consonant, vowel, consonant. We're really working on reading them rather than g, I, m. Okay, so let's try reading them without having to sound it out. You can do it in your brain quietly. Gim, like that, okay? Gim, lux, uff, sub, taz, zox, mock, dove, lem, dodge, pack, mog, tick, does, zick, cab, maz, vim, didge, taff, bov, ix, hig, his, beth, peb, beck, losing my cards, et, jack. Very, very good. And I'll get that card in a little bit. Good job, friends. All right, let's go ahead and do let's blend our phonemes. So I'm going to say the sounds in a word. You will repeat and blend the sounds to say a word, okay? So for example, listen to this one. P, a, n. P, a, n. What is the word? Pan. Good job. Here we go. D, a, o. D, a, o. What is my word? Doll. Good job. E, d. E, d. What is my word? Red. Great job. Y, a, k. Y, a, k. What is my word? Yak. Great listening ears, friends. S, ix. S, ix. What is my word? 6. Great job. G. G. What is my word? Hug. Great job. All right, so now we're going to segment some phonemes. I am going to say the word. You will tell me the sounds you hear. Okay, so here we go. The word is pan. What are the sounds you hear in pan? P, a, n. All right. The word is doll. D, a, o. Excellent. The word is red. What are the sounds you hear in red? E, d. Very, very good. The word is yak. What are the sounds you hear in yak? Yak. Great job. The word is 6. What are the sounds in 6? Ix. The word is hug. What are the sounds in hug? Very, very good. H-ug. Excellent, friends. All right, I'm going to give you some phonemes. I will tell you the word. You will tell me the sounds. Here we go. Brick. B-r-ick. Black. B-o-ack. Fit. It. Bike. B-ike. Buy. B-I. Am. A-m. Go. G-o. Hit. It. Cave. K-a-v. Dust. D-u-st. Speed. Sp-e-d. Very, very good. Excellent. All right, let's look over our daily vocabulary boost. So friends, would you row a canoe? in water or on land? Would you row a canoe in water or on land? In water, sillies. There's no way we could row a canoe on land. Now, if you glided on something with ice skates, where might you be? If you glided on ice skates, where might you be? In a skating rink? Yeah, or on an ice pond. Yeah, on a pond. Good job. Now, what kind of boat might you paddle? Remember, paddle is when we go like this, right? What kind of boat might you paddle? Okay, well, yeah, we know a canoe, like in that one dog canoe story, and also a kayak. Yeah, all right. Now, if you peered into a mirror, to peer into a mirror means to look into it. So if you peered into a mirror, who might you see? Yourself, yeah. Because if you looked in the mirror, if you peered in there, you're not going to see Mrs. Horrow. You're going to see yourself. Yeah. Now, do large boats or small boats usually have a crew? Okay, so a crew is a number of people that work on the boat. Okay, so listen again. Do large boats or small boats usually have a crew? Large boats. A small boat couldn't fit a crew. Remember what happened in the story with the one dog canoe? Ay, 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 everything was all, there wasn't enough room and it ended up sinking. Yep. All right, guys, so I'm going to say a word and I want you to listen for the sound you hear at the beginning. Okay, so I'll do the first one. Listen. Rub. Rub. What sound do I hear at the beginning? Rub. Good job. All right, let's try another one. Rip. Rip. What sound do you hear at the beginning? Good job. How about this one? Rock. Rock. What sound do you hear at the beginning? Rock. Good job. All right, so now I'm going to say some words. If you hear at the beginning of the word, I want you to do er. If you don't hear I want you to freeze. Okay, so here we go. Real, real, pin, pin, roll, roll, red, red, foot, foot, ran, ran, Very, very good. Excellent, friends. That was great listening ears, too. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our Reggie Rooster poster. Okay, so there's Reggie the Rooster. Hold on, let me move it back. All right, so Reggie Rooster he's fishing. Okay, do you see here? He's got his fishing pole, and he's looking for words that begin with the sound. So here we have a couple of pictures, okay, but we have a letter missing here. Okay. So let's look at our pictures first. So this is red, and what is this? It's a rip. Okay, so let's see what we make. It, rip. Okay, so red or rip? Yeah, rip. This is rip. And we're going to put an X there. All right. We need to add an R here. Okay, so let's see. Ag, ag, rag. All right, so let's look at our picture. So this here is a picture of a rope. And this is a picture of a rag. So which picture matches the word rag? Rope, rag. Yeah, this one. I'm going to put an X there. All right, let's look at this one here. All right, let's something M. So let's add an to that. Let's add an R. Okay, so im, rim. Okay, so that says rim. So let's look at our picture. So this is a picture of a ring. So that doesn't match. And then look here. Here's an arrow. And the arrow is pointing to the edge here of a bowl. And another word for edge is rim. So this is the rim of a bowl. So yeah, this is the one that matches what Reggie Rooster is looking for. All right, let's add am. Okay. Am, ram, ram. Okay, so we're looking for a ram. All right, so let's look really quickly. This is a raccoon. That is a ram, and you see his big horns here. So that is a ram. All right, great job. Let's put an X there. All right, now before we move on to our reading, let's look at let's work on our sight word practice here. Okay, so really quickly, let's read our sentence card. Okay, so this says, we make and what are they making? Yeah, tower. So let's read that again. We make a tower. Okay, so we're looking for the word make. Okay, here's the word make. So we'll put that there. Okay, and that's the word make. All right, let's look at this next one. Okay. We play. What are they playing? What sport? Well, let's see. There's a bat, there's a glove, and they're wearing a type of hat. What kind of hat are they wearing? Aha. Okay, so then let's see if we know what this word is. Let's go back. We play baseball. Yeah, that's the word, baseball. So a lot of times the word, if we don't know the word, the picture will give us the clue. And we're looking for the word play. And remember, when we say this word, play, make sure you do the y sound. Play. Okay? We play baseball. All right? Let's look at this one. Okay, so let's sound this out. Music. Music. Oh, music. Teachers. 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 So let's go back. Music teachers give lessons. Lessons. Let's read that again. Music teachers give lessons. So he is definitely teaching this scholar how to play the piano. So music teachers give lessons. We'll put that one right there. Okay. Finally, let's look at our last one. She's playing a what? Violin. So it says, I earned I learned a new song. Song. Oh, song. So let's go back. I learned a new song. Oh, that's so awesome. And here's the word new. So we'll place this in right here. So she learned a new song. All right, so let's go ahead and read our new story. Remember, we're going to try and figure out what it is our author is trying to, what is he trying to get us to learn? Okay. So today's story is called Atlantic. And it is written by, G. Brian Carross. Atlantic. Okay, let's move it this way. All right, so here we go. Atlantic. And this is my title page, Atlantic. And of course, here is our table of contents. It is telling us that Atlantic is on page 2. That's the one we're reading. And then on page 32, there is some poems. Okay, so here we go. Let's read Atlantic. Ooh, look at that, friends. I am the Atlantic Ocean. So this reads, I am the Atlantic Ocean. What is that? What do you think that is? Looks like snow. I don't know. I begin where the land runs out at the end of yards and streets and hills. So, friends, how does the author, using the word I to give information, make you think differently about the ocean? Well, look here. It says, I begin where the land runs out at the end of yards. So look, here's a yard, okay, and streets and hills. So here's a yard, and the ocean's there. And here's the end of the street, and there's the ocean. Look here. I am the blue water at the beach, the waves, mist, and storms. That salty smell is me too. Okay. So really quickly, here, these people are at the beach, right? And so of course we can see the ocean. What else can we see? Yeah, the sun. There's people, right? There's that guy and there's this girl. Oh, look, here's a cloud. So that means there's a storm here. Now, the words, listen to what the words say about the ocean, okay? The salty smell is me too. So you see, the author is telling us that when you're by the ocean, you're going to smell like a salty smell. Okay, so he's giving us some information. I stretch from the icy poles, north and south. I rub shoulders with North America and bump into Africa. I slosh around South America and crash into Europe. But I don't end there. The Pacific and Indian, Arctic and Antarctic are my relatives. We are one big family. So the Pacific, the Indian, the Arctic, and the Antarctic are all names of oceans. The Atlantic Ocean says that these other oceans are its relatives. Okay, so that means they're his family, right? Oh, my water doesn't stay in just one place. It travels from continent to continent. Hold on, guys. Let me turn off my phone. It travels from continent to continent so that icebergs floating past someone's window one day will sometime find itself flapping at your toes on a warm sandy beach. So let's look here. So you see how this arrow is? So this arrow shows us that. Here's the ocean. And it travels way up here to where the polar bears and the penguins are. It goes across and it keeps going. And then it comes down to where there's a beach. Okay, so the ocean doesn't stay in one spot. Okay, it travels. It's kind of like, you know how our life cycles go round and round and round? That's kind of like how our ocean just travels around and around and around. My fingers stretched out, bays and inlets reach far into the land. Gulfs, seas, sounds, and channels lead to me and into me. They are me. So here's the ocean. And you see all this right here, friends? That's a type of inland. That means those are like little pieces of land. Yeah. See? I am here day and night, heaving, raging, lying still, scraping away at some land and putting it someplace else. Bit by bit, my shape changes, as it has for ages, sometimes growing, sometimes shrinking, never staying still. Now look here. See right here? So are they hot or are they cold? What do you think? Yeah, I think they're cold because they have a what? Fire. Yeah. The sun, so many millions of miles away, heats my water, which turns into clouds and storms that rain into me, and it starts all over again. So, is the sun hot or cold? Yeah, it's hot. And can it make the water warm? Yeah. So we know that the water can get warm by the heat from the sun warming it up, right? The moon, so far out in space, pulls at me and then lets go. So my tides go in and out, ebb and flood. Now, where does the author say the moon is? Listen again. The moon so far out in space. Yeah, the author says that the moon is in space. what does the moon look like? Well, look, it's round and it's bright. First, I was discovered, even though I was here first, and then conquered by men in big ships. So here's all these big ships right here. And look here. See that? That's a big ship. And look here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is here. Here's a submarine, but let's see if we can figure out what that is. And then conquered by men in big ships who named me. I've been crossed and probed, charted, studied, and dirtied. Oh, boy, have our oceans been dirtied, right? People end up throwing what in our oceans? Yeah, they throw trash in our oceans, and that's not good. And you see here, this is like a sound wave. And you see how it's traveling down, all the way down. Yeah. So we're really finding out a lot about the Atlantic Ocean. When the author says all these things that have happened to it, I think about all the people who may have dirtied the ocean. Think about people who have studied the ocean or who have sailed the ocean over and over. You see all these people sailing? So the ocean is telling its story. Fishermen know me. They know my oyster beds and seek out my schools of fish. With hooks and nets, long lines and traps. Did you know that when there are a bunch of fish together, they are called a school of fish? And then there are people who they're in a boat, they'll throw down a net and catch lots of fish. And then the fishermen turn around and sell the fish out in a fish market. Whoa. Artists paint pictures of me with cerulean, cobalt, and ultramarine. Those are different shades of blues. And poets know me with their beautiful words. So it's saying here, great and wide sea. So poets will describe what the ocean is and write about it. And an artist will paint a beautiful picture of the ocean. The dancing shadow of your airplane skips over wave, with dolphins who sing and race, with skates and whales and fish that fly. So here's all of the different fish in the water. Okay. Now, see where it says, with dolphins who sing and race, with skates and whales and fish that fly. Now, do you think that dolphins skate? No, right? Yeah, but look at all the different animals. And look at this one. What is this? Oh, it's a stingray. Here's a dolphin. That looks like the tail of a whale. Yeah, pretty awesome. Seagulls. Seagulls. Seagulls sing to me. Sand and pebbles rattle and clatter a chorus as I rush in and pull away. So here's the sand, and look, there's a person sitting on the beach. And when it says as I rush in and pull away. So rushing in, that means have you ever been at the ocean and where the water comes to your feet, it rushes in, and then it pulls away and it goes back in, and it comes in, and then it pulls back away. That's what the ocean is saying. My words crash and whisper in your ear. Listen here. I am the Atlantic Ocean. Have you ever placed a shell, a seashell, up against your ear? And then here the author shows us that if you do that, you can listen to the sound of the ocean. Yeah. And so then I think here it's showing us that when you listen to the sound of the ocean, it brings you back to like what you did when you were at the ocean. So like this kiddo here, he was playing in the sand, and it looks like he had some water in here, and that's his reflection. Yeah, I am the Atlantic Ocean. The end. So that was a lot of different stuff that we learned about the ocean. So the ocean was describing itself for once, but through the talents of the author, right? So we learned a lot of different things about the ocean. So I hope that you really enjoyed this story. Now, friends, today for ELA Live, you're going to bring your graphic organizer, the one that we were working on last week, or actually the week before, and then Miss Harl got sick. So you're going to bring your graphic organizer. Let me show you. Just to be sure, make sure that everybody has their materials ready, guys, because remember, we only have 15 minutes, and 15 minutes goes by really, really quickly. Okay, so you're going to bring your graphic organizer, the one that we worked on the other day, and then you're also going to bring with you your 3 pages. Okay, so it should look like this, but this one is blank. Okay, but you should have your 3 pages, and we're going to write our story. Okay, so you should have your 3 pages that make your book. All right. Okay, friends, so I will see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, bye.